Hey again, it's Christina from Sunshine and Flora. So in this video, I want to share a few different updates with you guys. The first thing I want to do is an unboxing of those seed starting supplies that I ordered in a previous video. This box came from Greenhouse Megastore, and I went over an order that I placed with you guys. It just came, so I wanted to share this with you. The other thing I want to do is show you my grow light setup that I'll be using this year. So I have a couple shelving units here while I'll be growing seeds, but then I also have a couple at home that are fully stocked with my lights and ready to go. So I want to go over that with you guys, and then also give you an update on my Lisianthus, because those have been in their seed trays for I think about 10 days to 2 weeks now. And while they're very tiny, I can see I've got some really good germination. So I thought I would give you an update on those. Those are at home on my grow shelves. So when I give you that tour, I will show you how those are looking. But the first thing I want to do is open this box. Again, this is from Greenhouse Megastore, and I'm not affiliated or anything with them. I just really thought that their products looked great, and so I just wanted to share with you guys what I ordered. Well, the first thing that I know is in here is one of the fertilizers I ordered because I can smell it. Oh, yep, my garden tone. So I ordered the small bag. This is 4-pound bag of Espoma garden tone. So I'll set that aside. But these seed trays that are in here are the main things that I want to show you. Okay, so these are the 72 cell trays. They're called propagation trays on their website, and I will put a list of everything I ordered down below in the description, and then also a link to the Greenhouse Megastore website. But these are the 72 cell trays, and I think I ordered 20 of these, and they have nice deep cells, which should be really great for starting seeds. Oh, my garden gloves. I ordered 2 pairs of these nitrile garden gloves. Looks like they sent me green and pink. Perfect. So then these are the humidity domes that go on top of the seed trays. So when you start your seeds, you want to put these on top to keep them moist until they germinate. And then once I see most everything is germinated, I remove these. So these go on top of the 10-20 trays. And I want to just take one apart for you guys because these actually have vents in the top of them, which I've never had before. Here we go. If you can see the circles on there, those are the vents, and it looks like you just easily turn. So see, my finger can go through there. So you turn it so you can decide how open or not that you want it. Those are really nice. These are 2 inches high also. So I got a 10-pack of those. I only got 10 because you only use these for just a little bit of time. So I'm never going to have to cover all of my seed trays at the same time. So I thought 1 pack of 10 was plenty. Okay, then the bottom trays. I ordered 2 different kinds. I ordered, I think it was the heavy duty and the extra heavy duty. So some of these are going to be stronger than the others. So it looks like these are the heavy duty because I just ordered 10. Oh, those are pretty nice. Just a black 10-20 bottom tray. These are what my 72 cell trays will fit into. I got the ones that do not have holes because once I start seeing germination and I take the humidity domes off, I will be bottom watering these so that the roots can grow down. Let me just show you here. So basically, this 72 cell tray will set down inside of this bottom tray. And once these seedlings really start growing, you'll be able to see the roots growing out the bottom of the tray. And so if I am pouring the water into this tray to bottom water these, the roots will directly soak the water up instead of watering them from the top. So that'll make the plant stronger. So if you're going to be bottom watering that way, you want to make sure that your trays do not have holes. You can buy these trays with holes if you're planting right in the tray, and then that way you have drainage, but I like to get the ones without the holes. So those fit perfectly in there. Now these are a little flimsier, maybe not. They may be a little flimsier than I'm used to, but I'm never going to be having them sitting alone. They're always going to be in these sturdy trays. So it's going to be just fine. So those are the heavy duty trays. These are the extra heavy duty trays. Oh my gosh, those, yes, are so sturdy. They also had one level higher than this, which I put a picture in the video. They actually showed a man standing in the tray and two people were holding onto the sides. I cannot imagine how sturdy those are. These are really, really nice. Oh my gosh, I would highly recommend these. So I got 20 of these. Those are going to be perfect. I mean, those are good. I am really, really happy with my purchase. Okay, so I'm going to set these aside. I want to show you where my two grow light setups are here at my studio, and then I'm going to take you home and show you the ones that are all ready to go with my heat mats and give you an update on my Lisianthus. So this is one of the grow shelves I have, and just for reference, I am in my photography studio. That is where all of my garden space is. It's here on my land at my studio. And so this grow shelf actually is the one that I took out of my utility room. This is the extra one. It's only 18 inches deep, and I wanted to get that 24-inch deep shelf, so that got replaced. But this can live here temporarily. As a photographer, I'm in my slow season, so I don't have as many shoots this time of year as I do in the summer. So this is totally fine on this blank wall for my seed starting. And then once I'm done with my seed starting, I will probably tear this down and pack it back away. But this is the first of the 4 shelves I have. And so the next one I want to show you is that new one that is in my utility room. And that one I have all of my lights set up on. Okay, so we're back in my utility room. This is the new shelf that I just put in, which I showed you in a previous video. You can see I have my fridge here. This is what I use to keep flowers cool after I harvest them before they go to the market. I have a bunch of tulip bulbs in here right now. I also use this to store my tulips after I've harvested them. I put them right in there with the bulb on them and all, and that is where they live. They can be in there a couple weeks or more until I'm ready to actually put them in a bouquet. But off to the side of the fridge here, this is the new shelf that I have all set up ready to grow seeds. So this shelf I purchased at Home Depot. It is 24 inches deep and 36 inches wide, which I find is a really good size that works for me. And then the lights I have here, I have 2 per shelf. So I always try to put one towards the back and one more towards the front. That way the light spreads out and lights the entire shelf evenly. And these lights are just shop lights. So they're really economical. You don't need actual grow lights if you're just starting seedlings and growing them for, a limited amount of time. So the lights I get from a store called Menards. It's a home improvement store that's regional to our area. I'm in Northwest Iowa, but you can get shop lights at any home improvement store or hardware store. You can actually order them off Amazon. I purchased the 4,000 lumen shop lights. I think I do have a couple that are 5,000 lumen, but I try to aim for the 4,000 lumen. They are LED, and so they're really energy efficient. So I have 2 of these lights per shelf, and I'll put a couple close-up pictures up on the screen, but there's a little S hook that connects right to the light, and then there's a chain that goes up to a larger S hook that connects to the shelf. And those larger S hooks, I actually have some in a bag right here. These I order off of Amazon. I think they come in packs of 10. I will also link these down below. So that's a larger S hook. That is what is up here that connects the actual chain to the shelf. And what's nice about the chain is that way it's adjustable, so I can raise and lower the light. So when I first start my seedlings, my lights will be down here, so they're close to the seedlings. And then, for example, like when I'm growing my snapdragons, they're going to get really tall. So then I'm going to raise my lights up high because I don't want them actually touching the plant. So I have 2 lights per shelf. So there's 4 usable shelves on this unit. So I have 8 lights total for this unit. And they have obviously the plug-in that comes out of one end of the light, and the other end of the light has an outlet. So you're able to connect all of the lights on your grow shelf, and then you'll have one cord from the bottom shelf that you can plug actually right into the wall. So you have 8 lights, but you're only plugging one plug-in into the outlet because they're all interconnected, which is also really nice. So that way that saves you having to have a big power strip with all of them connected right into the wall. And then they will turn on with this pull cord. You do have to pull the cord on every single light. They don't just all turn on because they're connected, but they do have power because they're all connected. So I just find that this is a really, really easy setup for me. Now I also will have my lights on a timer, which let me go grab my timers because they just came in the mail. So this is the timer that I got. It's a box of 2. It just says mechanical timer. It's by BN Link. I ordered these on Amazon. They're supposed to be energy efficient. And how these work is they plug right into your outlet, and then I will be plugging my grow light or my shop light right into this. And then on the dial, I'm able to set how many hours I want the lights on for. So I will probably be running my lights maybe 15 to 16 hours a day. And then this timer will automatically shut them off at a certain time so they get that darkness, because seedlings also need that darkness just like your plants outside need. And if you're like me, you forget to go downstairs or wherever your grow lights are and turn them off at night and then turn them back on in the morning. So that's why these timers make it so easy. It automatically does it for you. So I ordered 2 of these 2-packs because I have 4 shelves, and so I'll be able to have a timer on every single one of my shelves. Again, these came from Amazon. I will link it down in the description below, but I'll be setting one of these up for each of my shelves. So that'll be really easy. So that is pretty much my setup. I also have heat mats that I'll be using. I will link those down below, and I'll show you those. Next, I want to show you the setup that I have at home where my Lisianthus are growing, so I'll show you the heat mats that I use. But it's a really simple setup. I've been using it for the last few years, and it works really, really good for me. And it's very economical too. So just to show you, you don't need anything super fancy to start seedlings. So anybody can pretty much do it at home. All right, I'm gonna head home. This video will pick back up when I show you my 2 big setups that are in my basement, and I wanna show you my Lisianthus. Okay, so we're down in my basement now, and here is one grow shelf, and then over here, which is kind of dark in that corner, that is the second grow shelf. They're both exactly the same. And you can see the lights are on 2 shelves because those are my Lisianthus. But I have 4 shelves, usable space on each of these grow shelves. So just to zoom in for you a little bit, you can see these lights I have a lot lower because they're right over my seed tray of Lisianthus. But they're connected the exact same way as the others. So the S-hooks go into the end of the light, and then it comes up to the shelf, and then if I can focus on there, that larger S-hook hangs on the shelf, and that is what suspends the light, and then the chain is adjustable so I can move it up and down. So this setup just works really well for me. And then each of these seed trays are currently still on a heat mat. You can see all of the condensation under that lid. That is all of the moisture from being on the heat mat. So if I just lift this up a little bit, you can see the heat mat under there. That's a 10 by 20 heat mat. And then these 2 underneath here, there's actually 1 heat mat under there. I have 1 20 by 20 heat mat. So let me take these seed trays off of here for you, and I want to show you what my Lisianthus currently look like. Okay, so here is tray 1. Again, these are 200 cell trays, and hopefully you guys can see, and hopefully this is in focus, but can you see the little green specks? Like this one you can really see good. Those are all of my Lisianthus. I think I started these 10 to 14 days ago, and there are little green specks all over this tray. I'm really happy with the germination on this so far. Here is my second tray, and this is just a half tray because I only had 50 seeds of each to fill this one. This side of the tray seems a little slower to germinate than this side, but you can see a little bit of green coming through on there too. Like you should be able to see these really good in here. Again, I'm really happy with how this is going. I'm sure some of these will start filling in. Then here is my third tray of Lisianthus. I have 4 different kinds in here. This is probably my best looking tray. You can see little specks of green all throughout this tray. There are not many cells that are empty in this one. So I am really happy with how this looks. And I'll give you guys another update when they're a month along so you can see them much better. But if you've grown Lisianthus before, you know how slow growing they are. So it just really takes them a long time. One other thing about Lisianthus is you want to make sure to keep them really moist. So I have these 2 spray bottles here that I've been misting them with. I actually ordered a mister from Amazon, which I will link down below, and that should be coming this week. But I mist these every night because you want to make sure to keep them moist when they are germinating, and once they start growing, then you want to let them dry out just a little bit. So that is my grow light setup here in the basement. Soon it will be completely full with plants, and I absolutely cannot wait. Okay, so that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the seed starting supplies that I got in, and then also the grow light setup that I'm using this year. Again, it's a really simple setup, pretty inexpensive, so I hope that gave you guys some ideas if you're looking to order some new supplies. Again, I have linked a lot of things down below in the description to this video so that it's helpful for you. And I have a lot of videos coming up. So stay tuned through the winter. I'm going to be doing some informational videos, and then also a lot of seed starting. Pretty soon I'll be starting snapdragons. Actually, in about 2 weeks I'll be doing all of my winter sowing. So I want to share that with you guys because I'm really amping that up this year and starting a lot more varieties than I normally do. So that'll be a really fun project. And then whenever the ground thaws out, I'll be putting up my hoop house, which will be super exciting. So stay tuned for all of that. We'll see you soon.